Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the season finale of I'm Not Gonna Hold You, man. Season 2, season finale, man. As usual, I'm your host, Scott. You know to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Barberchair Scott. You can follow HNB Media, HNB Media TV on Twitter, and at HNB Media on Instagram. Follow Barberchair Network at Barberchair Net on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/Barberchair Network. And today, joining me on the finale, got my player partner, one of the executive producers of this show and this glorious network that you're watching us on, this Big Pat Vito. How's it going, bro?
My dog, how you feeling?
Doing pretty good, man. We here in the at the back cave recording today.
We are at the back cave.
In the back cave, you know what I'm saying? Gonna wrap this season up. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to everybody who's watched this show. This is officially, actually a year ago today, I shot the trailer to this show, and we have done 2 seasons of the show in a year. We're going to take a 2-month hiatus after this before season 3 starts. There will be a lot of changes for season 3, so check that out. And since I'm going to make an announcement, we're going to have it. I'm Not Gonna Hold You. Got off-season content coming for y'all. It's going to be called I'm Not Gonna Hold You, the off-season, which is going to be a 6-part interview series that I did, talking to a lot of creators in the entertainment space, in the media space, entrepreneurship space. Just a couple names. Got Clint Yates from ESPN, did an interview with him. Got Jeff Pearlman, who's the executive producer of Winning Time. Got a couple. I got my homie Andrew Barber from Fictional Drive. We got a couple names going on, so check this out. That will be dropping the first week of July. So look out. We're going to drop an episode each week, and that'll be some good off-season content for y'all to hold y'all down during this time before we launch season 3, man. But let's talk about what we just witnessed. You know, it's been almost a week since the conclusion of the 2022 NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors are champions once again, 4th time in 8 years. This is their 7th NBA championship, something I know makes Pappy smile, and his Bulls aren't legendary.
It's not. No. I've never said that the Bulls weren't one of the best franchises. I just said they're not top 5.
So who was your top 5 again?
What did I say? I said obviously Lakers, Celtics, Sixers, Knicks, Warriors.
Knicks and Sixers gotta come out.
No, they don't, bro.
Because even with I remember when we watched Last Dance first time. Look, Mike said Sixers. That was like an 84.
But listen. Number one, they helped start the league. They have way more Hall of Famers. I think the Knicks participated in like the first 3 NBA finals.
I'm not even including the Knicks.
But bro, look at the legendary players that the Sixers have that have played for the Knicks. You can't tell the league.
I think the Miami Heat are more iconic than the
like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I think the Miami Heat are more iconic than the Knicks.
No, the Heat are like in that next batch of teams.
I will put the Warriors. The Warriors are in my list now, obviously.
The third.
They're not third. The Bulls are still third.
No, they're not third, bro. Listen. All Chicago bias aside, they've won a championship in I think the 60s.
Okay.
70s. Wilt Chamberlain played for the Warriors.
Okay.
He also played for the Sixers, but he also
when they was in Philly though. I don't think he played with them when they was actually in the Bay Area.
Who cares? It's part of the franchise.
Okay, I guess.
The Lakers don't have 17 titles in LA.
I agree with that. I don't even know why they count Minneapolis.
Because it's part of the franchise, bro.
So you think that the Rams championship for St. Louis should count?
Yeah, it's part of the Rams franchise.
Okay.
If you walk in the Rams franchise like offices, it's gonna have their championships up there. It counts.
Okay, I can Warriors. You can't sell me on Sixers and Knicks. You just can't. You can Warriors. You can sell me on Knicks. Like I feel like winning has to be involved in this. And the Knicks and the Sixers have not.
Bro,
won.
they just haven't won recently.
They haven't won as much as the Bulls.
Throughout history, I don't know if that's true.
The Bulls have the fourth most championships.
But listen though, like wins. Like, do they have more actual cumulative wins?
I don't care about when they win the championships.
But do they have more cumulative wins?
I don't care about the cumulative wins. What's the championships? The championships don't matter.
Hold on. They also have 34 Hall of Famers?
Okay, that doesn't mean much.
What do you mean, bro?
That doesn't mean much to me. It doesn't. And Michael Jordan Bulls took the NBA global, bro.
No, Michael Jordan took the NBA global. The Chicago Bulls did not take the NBA global.
Too.
No, yes, Michael Jordan. Listen. Here's also my thing about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is so big, he is a separate entity from the Chicago Bulls.
Magic Johnson is a separate entity from the
I don't think so. Lakers. I really don't think so.
Yes, he is.
No, listen. I think the Lakers franchise is so big that I don't think you can have one person be bigger than the franchise. I think Michael Jordan is bigger than, number one, basketball in general.
Yeah, so how you going to take down the Bulls when he's bigger than the NBA?
Because, again, if he played for the Lakers, he wouldn't be bigger than the Lakers.
Oh, I disagree with that 100%.
I can't,
100%.
like, it's
how
the
he,
fucking
how he
Lakers.
bigger than the NBA, but he wouldn't be bigger than the Lakers.
It's the fucking Lakers.
Nah, I can't agree. We can go with this debate all damn day. We can literally argue about this all day. But the point is, the Warriors won their 7th championship. My sound off is Steph Curry, man. I'm on my Steph Curry, not redemption, but agenda promo tour. And it just feels good. I haven't been this happy for a player that didn't wear a Bulls jersey since Kobe, when Kobe won in 2010. You know, a lot of people, you know, the back in the day, like the people who love Kobe now. As a day one Kobe guy irritates me because I remember what y'all was saying a long time ago. But I remember when before Kobe won in 09, it was, he can't do it without Shaq. And then he did without Shaq, and it was like, well, you only won in 09 because KG got hurt. They'd have played the Celtics again, they'd have lost. Then he beat the Celtics in 2010, there was nothing else you said about him. Same thing with Steph here. What are you going to say now? Well, besides he ain't got a gold medal, which is what Grant Hill said.
He said he don't have a gold medal.
He said you ain't got no gold medal. But besides that, to me, there's nothing else you can say about him. And as far as legacy goes, I said this even before the season started. I didn't think it changed his legacy that much. The only difference was before the series started, I had Steph at like 11 all time, and I had KD at 12 all time. To me, this puts Steph in the top 10.
Who you taking out your top 10?
Will Chamberlain.
Oh, fuck.
Easily taking Will
Chamberlain.
Why do we have to
do
this? Easily taking Will Chamberlain.
Why do we have to do this?
Easily take.
Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do this?
This is okay. So let's get.
Why do we have to do this?
Let's get into the top 10 argument, which is great. This is my top 10. Now, last week when we recorded, you had a problem with Kobe on.
Yes, fourth. No. Shout out Kobe. Absolutely not.
This is why I have my top 10, and I'm gonna tell you why I took Will Chamberlain out. I got Michael Jeffrey Jordan at number 1, and then you wait for like 45 minutes, and then you get to number 2, which is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, number 3 is LeBron James. You can argue me about LeBron being number 2. If you think LeBron's number 2, I will not argue with you. Honestly, if you're over 55 and you want to say Kareem is a GOAT, I will not argue with you on that one either. I got LeBron at number 3. I got Kobe at number 4. Now, 4, 5, and 6 on my list are real interchangeable. We got Kobe at 4, we got Magic at 5, and I got Duncan at 6. All 3 of those guys can go whichever way from 4 to 6. The reason I have Kobe over Magic is because I believe Kobe, number 1, has a better finals record. Now, granted, Magic has been to more finals, 5-4 compared to 5-2, what Kobe's record is. And also, if anybody said, when Kobe played with Shaq, do you not see the stacked roster that Magic Johnson played with?
Was it stacked or was Magic Johnson just Magic Johnson?
It was stacked.
Look, early on, yes, when they had Bob McAdoo, I didn't even know Spencer Haywood even played for the Lakers.
Yeah,
Spencer Haywood was there. But I don't think as you get older, it's as it gets older, I don't think it's as stacked as it appeared to be.
It's more stacked than what the last 2 championship teams was with the Lakers. Honestly, even with the Shaq teams, they had better teams than the Shaq and Kobe teams. Showtime Lakers had better rosters than the Shaq and Kobe championship team. You had Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, but you had Prime. Yeah, but Prime Shaq, I think, canceled out a lot of.
Does it cancel out Kareem?
Older Kareem?
Kareem was still giving buckets.
Yeah, but it's Shaq though, G.
I understand Shaq, and I like Shaq.
It is Shaquille O'Neal,
and that's
bro.
My Shaq take is controversial too. I like Shaq, but I actually love Shaq. But I feel like Kobe, and I feel like Kobe can do more. I think obviously Magic can pass the ball better than Kobe. Kobe's a better scorer. Kobe's a better defender. You know, rebounding is up for grabs.
He's a better defender. But Magic did lead the league in steals.
Okay.
He did do that a couple times.
That's
just
fine.
saying. He did it a couple times.
Magic Johnson himself.
And what? Don't he have 4 MVPs?
Yes, 3.
There's no
MVPs.
comparison. No. Exactly, no.
3 MVPs of Kobe.
I told you, I don't think Kobe should have the one he has. Chris Paul should have it. That's a lifetime achievement award. Shout out Kobe. That's a lifetime achievement award.
Record in the NBA.
Bro, Chris Paul played with Tyson Chandler. Not granted, Page was on the team, but that wasn't King's Page. That was Hornets Page.
Okay.
He basically, Chris Paul and Tyson Chandler helped birth a position. The lob threat center. And they won 1 less game, and he didn't have Pau Gasol.
1 less game still matters.
All right,
the
bro.
NBA votes. You know how the NBA votes. Okay. I feel like it's a shame that Shaq and Kobe only got 1.
No, they only deserve 1.
Shaq should have got 05.
What other year?
I don't care what nobody
05.
says.
Why?
Because
for that weak ass 20-9?
29. He took the heat from just being
Took is what you want to say?
Yeah, it took. Yeah,
so it was single-handedly him. So D-Wade progressing from year 1 and 2 didn't have shit to do with it.
D-Wade progressed, but Shaq made him legitimate, bro.
Okay.
Shaq made him. You think the Heat won the championship without Shaq there? No.
No.
Not at all.
But they didn't even win it in that year. They won it next year.
Oh, still.
You
went from first round.
You want to talk about
Eastern
stacked
Conference
teams? Not granted, obviously, look, these players were older, but you still had Alonzo Mourning, defensive player of the year. You had Gary Payton. You had Jason Wood. I
All
think
these dudes
Antoine
was
Walker was on
old,
that team.
man.
But they still but you don't lose your mind.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but you're adding stuff to the team.
And
though.
also Steve Nash that year, if I'm not mistaken, Amari got hurt. I think he played like 7 games that season because he had microfracture surgery, and they basically still won the West.
06, I give him. 05 should have went to Shaq, man.
No, it shouldn't have.
05 should have went to
There
Shaq.
is no other MVP Shaq should have, and no other MVP Kobe should have, and I don't think he's had the one he has outside of the one they had.
You can argue Shaq could have won 01. You can argue. I know AI got it, but you can argue Shaq could have got over 01. They had
I'm
a
not
better
mad at
record
that.
too. They had a better record too.
That I'm not mad at.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing with that. So I got in Magic's number 5, Duncan's number 6. Like I said, 4 through 6, you can move in whatever order you want. That's fine. 7 is where I have Mr. Curry. I have Steph and
Over
7.
Bill Russell?
100%. I'm gonna keep it buck. The only we have our first walk-off moment. 100%. The only reason Bill Russell is even on my list is because 11 championships in any era is OC.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Steph and 7.
You have Steph Curry as the second best player of all time.
100%.
Over Larry Bird?
Yes.
Who won 3 MVPs?
Yes.
Oh my God. What are we doing?
I got Steph at 7.
What are we doing?
I got Shaq at 8.
What are we doing?
I got Larry Legend at 9, and I got Bill Russell at 10. And the only reason I'm putting Russell
No
at 10,
Hakeem?
hell
Steph
no.
over
Hakeem
Hakeem?
ain't never been in my top 10.
He won Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and also, hold on. Arguably, no player has won a ring with less than what Hakeem won with. That first team, bro.
First team was better than the second team.
How? It had
Second
Clyde
team
Drexler.
was a 6 seed.
But it did have Clyde Drexler on that team.
Clyde was washed, man.
I mean, okay.
Clyde wasn't a Clyde.
Even more than my point.
I like Hakeem. What I don't put him in I'm talking about the only reason I have Bill Russell at 10 is out of respect to Bill Russell because he got 11 championships. Even though it was like 3 teams. Like honestly, to me the modern NBA, I really don't care about nothing that happened prior to 1980.
Come on, you can't do that.
You
can't do that.
1980 was 42 years ago.
That's dope, but you can't do that.
That's almost half a century ago.
I feel you, but it's like it's
That's
still
the modern NBA.
I feel you, but it's like the modern NBA is technically since the merger.
Oh, yeah, okay,
technically
that was
the merger.
a long ass time ago. Bro.
I'm just saying, it's technically since the merger.
To me, that's where it starts with. That's the only reason I got that. Like, this thing about the top 10. You have an argument for Hakeem has an argument, and I feel like the KD thing is interesting to me because KD to me got to get another shit.
KD shouldn't be ranked where people have him ranked, but it's fine.
What do you think KD should be ranked?
If I'm being honest.
Where's your 10? You got your 10.
Yeah, honestly, Michael Jordan number 1, Kareem number 2, LeBron 3, Magic 4. I might honestly probably go Bill Russell 5, just out of respect. Out of respect, bro. Like he's arguably the greatest center of all time.
Dog?
Yeah. Then
I
I'll
can't
go.
do it, man.
Look. Then I'll go Tim Duncan. After that, I'll probably go Larry Bird. Then I'll probably go Wilt Chamberlain, Hakeem, and I'll probably go Shaq.
You ain't got Kobe in your top 10.
Yeah.
How you ain't got Kobe in your top 10?
Okay.
How you got Larry Bird over Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Nah, dog.
Like why? Why is that so crazy to you?
Kobe does everything.
He
better
won
than
3
Larry
straight
Bird.
MVPs.
Okay, that was
But you realize he did win 3 straight MVPs.
That's fine. That's
he
cool.
won 3 straight MVPs.
And Kobe has 2 more championships.
Okay.
And 2 more finals, and he has 1 more finals.
Listen. I feel that, but again, if you look at what Larry Bird did in 10 to 12 years he did it, it's
Yeah, he
actually
shared
incredible.
an era with Magic Johnson. That's what I'm saying. Like
Kobe didn't share an era.
He did share an era, but all I'm saying is Kobe's better defender. He's a better rebounder than Larry Bird.
Stop. You have no stat to quantify that.
I don't have any stat.
You have no stat to quantify that. You have scorer, fine, whatever. But
He's
Larry,
a better defender.
yeah, that's fair.
He's a better defender.
But Larry was also very efficient, and the game was different back
Look,
then.
it was, but I can't fold Larry.
But listen,
Kobe got to be in the top 10.
Okay, fine, whatever. But who you taking out?
Hakeem, like I said, Hakeem should
I
not be
don't
in
want
the
to
top
take out
10.
Hakeem, bro. Literally, when I look at what Hakeem did with his teams, also the fact he's one of 3 players ever to win Defensive Player of the Year
That's
and
fine.
MVP. Huh? What you
That's
mean?
fine. It's cool. But look,
What do you mean it's cool?
This is probably my Chicago bias. I don't give a damn about nothing happening in 94, 95. I don't give a damn.
The
about
years
nothing
happen, bro.
Yeah, it happened.
And
Just
again, like I
the
said,
Lakers
nobody
Bulls
has
championship
probably
happened.
won more with less than Hakeem. If I'm gonna take anybody out,
So you got Hakeem over. You got Hakeem over Shaq?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I can't. Even though Hakeem did use school.
What do you mean, bro?
Hakeem did use school with Shaq. See, this thing about top 10, you can go either way you want, but Kobe got to be in that 10, G. Kobe got to be in that 10. There's no way that Kobe not in the 10, bro. Kobe's in the 10, bro.
Okay.
There's no way.
Who are we taking out?
There's a lot of dudes. Look, Will Chamberlain got to go, dog.
Why does Will Chamberlain have to go, bro?
A lot of them stats is lies, bro.
How are they lies,
They
bro?
lies, G.
How are they lies?
We got video of Dr. King getting hit by a rock. We ain't got video of that 100.
You got audio of it, though.
Okay.
You do have audio of it.
Where's the video?
They didn't record every game back then.
And people were talking about Mike was being guarded by plumbers. He was literally being guarded by plumbers.
Come on, G.
Literally being. I'm just not photo anything Will Chamberlain.
But listen, though, Will Chamberlain, if you go back and read everything they say about Will Chamberlain, he would do the same thing right now. He's going to be the tallest player in the league and probably one of the most athletic players in the NBA.
Well, we can do that with a whole bunch of players. How many? Will got 2 championships, right?
I think so. How many MVPs do Will have? Let me ask you.
That's another question. How many MVPs Will got? Because he was getting dominated by Bill Russell winning all them damn MVPs.
How many MVPs do Will?
They ain't even counting blocks back then.
Imagine if they counted blocks.
I can't
for both
imagine because we can't.
Yeah, I can't
That's the problem. We can't imagine.
He has 4 MVPs.
Yes, 4 MVPs.
Yes, 2-time scoring. Actually, no, 7-time scoring champ, 2-time NBA championship, a Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year, 11-time rebounding champion. He was an assist champion. 2-time.
Dog, come
What
on.
you mean, G? Oh, the only other center who's come close is Jokic.
Bro, yeah, but Jokic is more impressive because everybody can pass.
All right, bro. Everybody can pass.
Everybody can pass.
Everybody can pass like
For the
Jokic.
most part, everybody. Not like Jokic.
We're lying. Everybody cannot
who
pass.
was Wilt doing this with? Like this, Wilt was doing stuff at the time that was out of this world.
You know they're gonna say the same thing about everybody we watching right now in 40
fine.
years. That's not fair.
That's evolution.
But that's not fair.
It's
G.
not fair. But
you
it's
have
life.
to judge people by when they play, bro. You cannot name.
When I'm doing top 10, this is the tough thing about top 10. You have to think about eras when you come to this. And Kobe played in a tougher era.
How do we quantify this though?
Who was he playing against outside of the Celtics? And every time
who was Kobe playing against? Somebody gonna say the same thing. Somebody gonna say the same thing. Like if you look at the play, like he played against
Sacramento Kings. They would dominate.
Okay. We're lying right now.
No, we're not.
Why are we? Well, like, why are we doing?
That lynch by Mike Bibby for what he do.
Bro. Listen, you got Elgin Baylor. First of all, 13 teams in the league technically means the talent pool is.
How many teams made the playoffs back in the day? We gotta find out how many.
That's a great question. I don't know.
Because that's a big deciding factor. Where does Steph rank?
Now, Steph, I'll 11 or 12.
Okay, because I had a tape.
I'll have a conversation between Steph and Kobe.
No, that's why I was going to go.
I will have a conversation.
No,
I will still pick Kobe Bryant.
No, that's what I was going to say.
But I will have a conversation.
I said this on Ball Don't Lie. I would take Kobe over Steph right now. Duncan and Magic. Well, if Steph gets one more championship and another MVP, we have a conversation.
Oh yeah, if Steph gets one more championship, another MVP,
we gotta have a
deeper conversation. We gotta have a deep conversation. I don't think that's. I don't think he's getting more MVPs.
No, not a regular season MVP. I'm talking about finals MVP.
See, but that's the most overrated award in sports to me.
But it counts though.
Yeah, but like I don't.
It counts though.
It does, but like I don't. Nobody mentioned this.
He already passed Kobe in regular season MVPs.
Which is why I said it's a conversation.
It's not a conversation yet.
No, it's not a conversation. Literally the only thing he really has over him. Yes, he won one more ring, and he plays better defense. That's about it.
He's better defender. I mean,
that's about it.
That's true. Like this thing about
Steph is a better offensive player. Though we're gonna lie right now. I know it hurts your heart. I don't even like saying this. Steph is probably, first of all, he's averaging 30 on 50, 40, 90.
He is.
That's irregular.
He is.
And he's 6'3". Now I'll say this. Steph is the greatest player under 6'6".
Oh, for sure. That's easily.
I'm just saying, he's the greatest player under 6'6".
He's easily that. I mean, the Kobe thing is difficult because when it comes to the Kobe debates, the hardest thing, even as like a Kobe stan, the biggest problem, I guess, like issue that you have is he's a Michael Jordan copycat.
Not really.
His game is just like you know how you see these little memes like, oh, there's 6 players who you gonna cut out. He's always getting cut out because Mike's gonna take the 2. Like it'll be like Steph, LeBron, Mike, Shaq, Duncan, Kobe. Who's getting cut? Kobe getting cut because you got him at the 2.
The other guys also just like. The other guys also just like. Yeah. Better.
Okay, yes. Even though I got Kobe over Duncan, but there's a legit argument for Kobe over Duncan.
And granted, I think Kobe is arguably more skilled than Michael Jordan. More skilled. I think he
Mike is skilled, man.
obviously yes, but I think he took some of what Mike did and added.
I think he's a slightly better shooter than Mike. He just shot way more.
I mean, I guess because he shot the ball more than Mike.
I was laughing when Joe was on it and he was talking about Kobe don't ever shoot people out the game. I was like,
yes,
Kobe, you was watching.
Gee, literally, if Kobe was Jason Tatum in that series, he would have put up at least 30 shots.
Oh,
every single game.
It'd have been terrible, but you'd be like, man, he was gunning.
You could be like, hey, he tried.
He was gunning. Jason Tatum just wasn't doing nothing. But let's talk about what this means for the Warriors. You know, they got their championship now. And they've been talking a lot of shit, which I like. And I can say a lot of y'all ain't really play any type of sport when it comes to this, because that's the point of winning. You talk shit when you fucking win. And there's been no team that has irritated me more than the Memphis Grizzlies. It's like, y'all talk too much shit to not have won nothing. Like, shut up.
All of them, by the way.
Huh?
All of them irritated me, by the way.
Well, all the Grizzlies?
Yeah, all of them irritated me.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Like, and then people start pulling up pictures of John High School with, like, the colorful braids and stuff. Tomorrow, you ain't in the streets, which is hilarious when it comes to that.
Okay.
But do you think this is the beginning of another Warriors run? Do you think they can break off a couple more championships?
I mean, possibly. Number one, when I look at the West, I don't think there's. I mean, obviously the Clippers are as much of a concept as the Nets. They're a concept too.
Yeah.
They're a concept too. And then when I look at anybody else, I mean, I think you have a lot of young teams that can possibly get, like even Memphis is a young team that can get there. I think the Mavericks have to make some moves. The Pelicans, I think, are a team, if Zion is alive and well, are a team that could, make some noise. But other than that, I think the Suns probably missed their chance at this point. So when I look at the West, I don't really, as long as health can permit, obviously Steph, I think, turning 35. He's a smaller guard, but I think with the way he plays, he probably has like 1 to 2 more like.
He keeps himself in shape.
He keeps himself in shape.
Does. Like, and that's the thing. And one thing that I saw in this playoffs, especially in the finals, one aspect that Steph added to his game, he gets the basket now. And
much more.
That helps out tremendously.
He plays a much smarter brand of basketball.
Much smarter brand of basketball.
I used to hate watching that man play basketball.
Yeah, your Steph hate, and I don't feel like you hate Steph anymore.
Nah.
You usually couldn't stand
It
Steph.
switched over to Jason Tatum. I'm not rocking with Jason Tatum. I'm not rocking with Jason Tatum.
He's your new
I'm literally not rocking with Jason Tatum. I'm not on board.
No faith in the Lakers, giving them a threat?
No. Like, look, I think the Lakers can be a
playoff contender.
Playoff team. I think if they would have been healthy this year, they would have been a playoff team. But the Lakers, number one, are not going to win a championship because they don't want to switch the way they play up. Like,
I mean, how they going to switch the way they play?
First of all, why is Russ in the corner? They going to run out the same.
But that's when any player that plays LeBron. LeBron makes people
Yeah, but like
shooters.
it's year 20, though.
He's not going to change.
That's the problem. It's one of the problems.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like LeBron made Kevin Love a spot shooter. Bosh was doing that for a little
Which
bit.
works when you're the best player in the league.
Which he's not anymore.
Which you're not anymore. And it works when you're much faster. Yeah. Like, it's just so, yes, I think the Lakers can be a playoff team, but as far as them winning championships, no. But I don't think it'll look like it looked last season.
I mean, it won't look like how it looked last season, but it's also like, I think a lot of Laker fans, of course, Laker fans don't live in a little world we call reality, because a lot of them still think they're getting Kyrie Irving, which is not going to happen.
Even they get Kyrie, so?
Yeah, even like, that's another thing. Like, what's Kyrie going to do?
Okay.
Like, he might not even play. Like,
even if he does, so?
This
ain't 6 years ago.
And so it's like that, and there's also like people forget, it's not like that the Lakers just had a couple things making them a championship. These dudes ain't make the play-in. So it's like you're not making an astronomical jump from not making a play-in to, the Warriors need to watch their back. That's not going to happen. So I feel like the Warriors are at the beginning, I don't know if it's a new run, because the NBA has there's a lot of teams, more specifically in the East to me, who can actually win the championship and give them a little run for their money. But they're going to be in the conversation.
For sure.
They also, that their management and their ownership are proving they don't care about spending money. It was $50 million over the cap this year. They going to pay.
They got it.
They got it. And it must be nice to have owners who, like, spend money. That's got to be fucking awesome. Like, they went up there in the parade and was like, yeah, we don't go for more. We don't spend any more money. They don't give a shit. So it's like, I think they'll be in the conversation. If anything, right now, it's kind of like, you got like two different areas. Not eras, but eras of like this Warrior run. You got the KD era. I think it's kind of weird how that's looked at now, And, and I honestly feel like KD don't give a shit about what we're talking about and what everybody else talks about when it comes to his legacy. I think KD's pretty secure with his legacy. I think he just be in the crib.
He going to the Hall of Fame. Like, end of the day.
All these dudes is going to
the
Hall of
second
Fame.
he retires, he's going straight to the
All
Hall
these
of Fame.
dudes is going to
He's
Hall
going
of
straight
Fame.
to Springfield.
But
like,
I feel like it was very imperative for the Warriors to win one without KD. So now Draymond's, we don't need you, was kind of actually capped. They did need him to beat LeBron.
yeah.
They did need him to beat LeBron
that's
at the
fair.
time. Like, and that's the thing why I will always like back KD up on that. But how do you think that run will be looked at going forward? And do you think KD has to win another championship?
Has to win it for what?
Prove people he can win without Steph.
He's not going to win another championship. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, he's unless he goes somewhere, or even if he does win one, I don't think he'll win one being the quote unquote best player on the team.
Do you think he was ever the bus driver, as Charles Barkley likes to say?
No,
he was
but
not.
like, I don't think that matters.
It don't matter, but it matters. And
Like,
it matters in the context of conversation when you ranking these dudes. And by the way, the journey's not over. We don't know how many championships these guys, they still playing. I think that door is shut for KD and LeBron and Kyrie and all them. But we don't know all this is gonna stand. Really, all these arguments are kind of like pointless at the end of the day because these dudes are all-time greats.
They're going to the Hall of Fame.
These dudes are going to the Hall of Fame. 10 years from now, people ain't gonna be talking about this. I mean, we already got revisionist history on how the Heat started. We already got revisionist history on that. So 10 years from now, I don't think people gonna care. And 10 years from now, it's gonna be like Kevin Durant got 2 championships. That's what it's about. And I love Charles Barkley, but KD, trophy room, way better than yours.
It's just true.
And KD was better player than Charles Barkley. I love Charles.
This is also true.
KD was better player. So that type of stuff, if I was KD, I'd be telling all y'all to kiss my ass. I'd be on some LeBron, I'm richer than y'all type shit. That's my favorite
rant,
LeBron
by the
moment.
way.
LeBron told us we still gotta go to Best Buy in the morning. Like,
Legendary
I ain't
rant.
got no ring. Y'all ain't got no ring today, but I'm still rich. You know what I'm saying? So that type of stuff, I feel like, for like argument's sake, he needs to win another one just to prove like his move to Brooklyn made sense. Because I still don't understand why he left Golden State.
Because he just wanted. I think he just, number one, he might just wanted to live in New York. Like, you like
rich.
New York.
I like New York too.
Can you imagine being rich in New York?
Yeah, it's probably amazing.
Like,
being rich anywhere is amazing.
Yeah, but in New York, it's probably incredible. And he probably just wanted a new challenge. Like, I can understand why he would want to move on. He came there to win. He won. He gave it everything. I mean, he tore his Achilles playing. He gave it everything he had.
Yeah.
He wanted to go on and do something different. He went on and did something different. He also didn't expect COVID to happen and didn't expect everything else that happened to happen. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It did. And speaking of COVID, it did feel good. This is like the first NBA season that felt like the NBA season since like 2018, 2019.
Debatable.
It did.
We had to remember, like, there was a period of time in which they was running out, like, the whole G League.
What you mean?
Like, in the middle of the season?
No, I'm talking about like
the playoffs,
the actual format. Like, cause we've been on like a condensed schedule last 2 years. Like the finals was still going on this time. Like the finals didn't start.
Yeah, the finals,
this time last year. I think we still in the conference finals.
Yeah,
like
finals started in I think July, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the year before that government experiment known as the bubble happened in October. I think it's dead ass LA. It will always be funny to me. Just probably 'cause I live in LA and I know LA sports fans that the Lakers and the Dodgers don't have a parade.
Don't have a parade.
It's like the future. It never happened. Yeah, never happened. Like, and the funny shit about this is the classic shit about it. When the Lakers went to defend their title, they lost in the first round to the Suns. When the Dodgers went to defend their title, they lost to the motherfucking Atlanta Braves. It's just funny as shit to me. They're like, and you can't do a parade now. What you gonna do on 2 champions later?
It's over.
You can't do that for either team. You can't do that. And so that's the thing that's like funny to me. So it's like when it comes to these little arguments, somebody said, well, Steph won in 2015, LeBron and Kyrie wasn't playing. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there was nobody in the stands when they won in 2020. Nobody was in the stands. Okay, nobody.
They still won though.
They still won.
They won. Everybody had the same circumstances.
Okay, I'd have felt the same way about them. If the Clippers would have won, we'd be saying, that's funny shit. If the Clippers would have won, Lakers fans would be saying the same thing. Wasn't nobody in the stands. You know for damn well they'd be saying that. Really, the winner, the person who won the championship in any season, and the NFL is probably the only one where you give a little bit of edge because the NFL really didn't give a fuck about COVID.
When they get the Bucks?
Yeah, remember the Super Bowl? That was a fully packed Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a fully packed stadium. It was
They didn't give
no
a
vaccine
shit.
was out either. It was a fully packed stadium.
It was a fully packed stadium.
Packed stadium.
The NFL did not give a damn. And even that is Tom Brady. So even if you want to take Tom Brady's 7 champions, okay, you got 6. What point are you proving? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that type of shit to me is like, I feel bad for, I don't feel bad for the Lakers, but I feel bad for the Dodgers. I feel bad for everybody who, if the White Sox would have won in that 2020, I'd have been hot. I'd have been defending that championship for the rest of my damn life.
Are the Sox doing better right now? I haven't seen your angry tweets in a minute about the
We
Sox.
we 3 games out of first place, but we playing mid. But like we got like 80 games left, so we still got a lot more time. But I expected us to be doing what the Yankees are doing right now, 50 wins before July. That's what I thought.
Fair.
But I won't go on a tangent about that. But like even like with hockey, the Lightning won, but they won another one after that, and they trying to three-peat right now. So I feel like that's a little different conversation. But with the Warriors, to wrap the Warriors part up, I think this is like they're on the verge to me of becoming NBA's New England Patriots. And like I was gonna say the Spurs, but it's kind of different than that because Tim Duncan and them were kind of like washed. Like Steph is still playing good right now.
I mean, Duncan was still making first team All NBA.
No, I'm not saying Duncan. But
first team
Duncan wasn't
defensive team
Duncan though.
All-NBA.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was still good. He was still really, really good. But in 2013, if you forget, Duncan was jagging.
That's not true, G. Remember he had I think he had 36
I'm
points.
talking about, was it game 6 or game 7? He missed that layup.
Yeah, but he had 36 points before that.
No, he was. But I'm saying like when I went back and watched game 6, I'm like, Kawhi Leonard make these free throws. There's no Ray Allen shot.
Yeah,
Like the
there's no Ray Allen
Spurs jagged that just as much as
sure.
Miami took that. So to me, I compare it to the Patriots because there's 2 different eras of Patriots football. You got the first era where Tom Brady was a good quarterback. He wasn't great.
Yeah.
A good quarterback. We had a great defense with Willie McGinnis, Teddy Bruschi, Ty Law, all them dudes. And then the second half is when Tom Brady was great, and it was him, Gronk, Julian Edelman, and you had a decent defense. So it's like it's 2 different eras to where you can just, I feel like Steph is kind of becoming what Brady is and what LeBron is, where they're the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like the few players that I feel like are systems. You put LeBron, well, not now because he's older, but before that, you put LeBron on any team, they're a playoff team. They're going to be in the finals conversation just because people are going to go play with them.
I don't know if the same thing is true with Steph, but that's fair.
If I think the same thing right now with Steph.
We just saw it last year, and that didn't happen.
They was hurt, bro.
Okay.
They was hurt.
All right.
There was no Clay all year.
Okay. You
Draymond
said put him
missed a lot
anywhere.
of time.
You said put him anywhere.
I said before.
Okay.
Before. It's a different situation. If LeBron didn't.
But also, just regular the Warriors. I think the Warriors don't get a lot of credit for their defense.
They don't.
I think when you yes, Steph's offense is great, but even if you look at this finals, I think
He played decent defense.
No, it wasn't decent defense. Like those were the 2 best defensive teams in the NBA.
Now I'm talking about Steph played decent defense.
Yeah, he did. But I'm talking about the Warriors as like a whole.
The Warriors are the second best defensive team in the year.
But if you look at every time when they win, their defense is always top 3.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about coming to the series. I kept those 2 things. It was annoying the hell out of me coming to this finals. One, all about the Celtics defense. And as a Bears fan, I will tell you, I don't give a damn about how good your defense is. If you can't score points, it don't matter. Like, how many times we heard with the Bears, they got a great defense, great running game. It don't matter. You got to score, bro. It don't matter. And I felt like the Celtics played pretty good defense in the series. But when you got a team like the Warriors who defensively ain't that big of a drop-off between the 2, they've got a better offense. And that's what the difference was between these 2. And that's why it's like people that kind of went under the radar when it came to that. Like all the offensive issues that the Celtics had. And you talked about this on Summer Sessions when you were talking about how Jason Tatum, before we even really thought about it, like his postseason was kind of overrated. Because you can get away with offensive production like that against the Nets who run an AAU-style offense. You can get away with that against Milwaukee with no Chris Middleton. You can get that away against Miami, who might be the worst offensive team in the fucking Eastern Conference. Like, it's god-awful. But against the Warriors, you can't get away with that shit. And they couldn't get away with that shit. The longer, I feel like every game, it felt like more of a mismatch.
Yeah.
Like even the games that the Celtics won is because the Warriors were tweaking. I feel, especially game 1. My 5-game prediction would have been right if they take that foot off the gas.
Interesting.
In game 1. So that's how I feel about that. But let's go to the Celtics. Your favorite player, Jason Tatum, had a god-awful final. I feel like this is the worst NBA Finals performance I've seen
in a decade
since 2011. Bron.
Awful.
I'm giving D-Wade a pass in 2014 because his knees disintegrated. But
for somebody who was first team All NBA, meaning you were the best small forward in the NBA for the 2021-2022 series, it was one of the worst finals performances I have ever witnessed.
Terrible, bro.
For somebody who's supposed to be at that stage.
100 turnovers.
No, that was for the whole playoffs.
Yeah, but still, that's
but like,
nasty.
His whole playoffs were mid. Again, it was just covered up.
The first 3 rounds were very overrated.
I agree.
The finals was just trash.
Was god awful.
And so, like, and even that, he tricked me for a minute. Because I was like, yo, he kind of getting off.
Never
you came on the pod like, he low-key
I was not fooled.
being great right now. What was the moment that made you think, oh, hey, he's getting away with murder right now?
think it was in the net series, and it was like, oh, Jason Tatum played great. I'm like, he just shot 39%. He scored 30 points, but he took like 27 shots. And his offense, like every time I would watch just the Celtics, nothing the Celtics did on offense was the reason why they was winning. It was always what they were doing on defense. Offensively, they would turn the ball over way too. They would play stupid. They would just swing the ball around.
Yeah.
They would never actually call plays.
Nah.
They would just drive, swing the ball around, and if they hit a three, God bless. Which is why they would always go through periods in which they would kind of be lagging.
Yep.
But what would happen was, like, they usually would play such great defense that they could always keep the game to like 10 to 15 points. And with the NBA now, 10 to 15 points is really nothing.
It's like a 5-point
Yeah,
lead.
like you hit 5 threes, you tied the game up.
20-point lead ain't shit.
And yeah, so like when I would watch them, their offense never stuck out to me. It was always their defense. Like I said, I thought Tatum for the most part played great defense.
Yeah, defensively, he did his
I
job,
had
yeah.
no issues. But when he got to the other end of the court, god awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah,
And hold on, coach got to get some blame too.
I was just about to say that.
Coach got to get some
Look,
blame
I tweeted
too.
this the other day. I was like, look, can we criticize Ime Udoka, or do we have to wait for Juneteenth?
It wasn't none on that clipboard besides play hard. Do you want to win was on that clipboard?
Nothing but vibes.
Do you want to win was on that
They had
clipboard?
a quote that said, they talking about this on Rich Eisen, and Rich Eisen was like, oh, I love how, they was in a huddle. I think it was game 1 against the Warriors. And they said he came with him like, can y'all stop playing like assholes? I'm like, he called plays like somebody who tell his team that type of shit. Like, there was nothing. There was no
Nothing being
responses
called.
to these shit. Not like Udoka. Like I said, he's winning. He had to go home to kneel long every day. Who
Shout
really
out black
won?
people, but I got to be honest.
Yeah, he did good. But when it comes to this, and I feel like the Celtics overachieved this year. And I feel like they had to win the championship this year because next year is going to be more difficult. They're going to have Chris Middleton. I'm not going to use the injury excuse because you can do that with any championship in the history of this league. We can do that with the Bucks championship last year. Or if Kyrie wasn't doing it, if Harden, if Kevin Durant's foot was an inch shorter. If you can use that, literally not even sports, but any situation in life, you can use it. If I was born to a rich family, I wouldn't be recording this fucking podcast right now. I'd be somewhere snorting coke off a strip of ass right now. That's what I would be doing. But so you can use ifs with anything else. But I feel like they had to jump on it this time. When you have this opportunity like that, especially in sports, championship window is the most overrated thing in sports because things change so quickly in different leagues. The NBA, I feel, has more staying power
In theory,
than the
yeah.
NFL and the MLB because it's a superstar-driven league. In the MLB, you can be great one year, and it's really all about catching fire. The Atlanta Falcons Atlanta Hawks. I just said every damn team but the damn team. The Braves. I said every Atlanta team. The Braves were hot ass until last August. Got on a tear, won a World Series. NFL, I don't believe there's a such thing as rebuilds in NFL. NFL is retooled.
I mean, look at the Giants. Every time they won, they were like, what, 9-7?
Right, exactly. There's no such thing as like a rebuild because you can be ass one year, but you get like a top 2 pick and you got like the Bears are going to have the most cap in the NFL next year. Suck this year, that's a quick joint. And you're right, the NBA is all about superstar-driven leagues. And I do believe Jason Tatum is a superstar in the making. I don't think he's won there yet.
I think the jury's out on that.
I think as much as I kill Tatum, I still am a Tatum guy, and I think he can learn from this. Now, whether he does or not, it remains to be seen, but he's only 24.
He can be Paul George. I like
Paul George is not a bad person to be.
I like Paul George. Would you consider Paul George a superstar?
No.
Okay, then. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I feel like he has higher upside than Paul George.
Okay.
For Paul George to even get to where he's at right now, I didn't even see Paul George being this good.
That's fair.
To where he got. To me, he has, now doesn't mean he's gonna meet this. We gotta wait to see. He has Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard potential. Now, whether you don't mean you're gonna reach it. That's to me, and next season is gonna tell me a lot about Jason Tatum. Is he going to bounce back?
Yeah, he's gonna come in next season. He's gonna do Jason.
I'm
Next
talking about
playoffs.
playoffs. I ain't talking about regular season.
My thing with Tatum is I think he would be better served if he played closer to the basket.
Yes.
I think he plays too far on the perimeter for his size. Like I think one of the biggest advantages that he has, he looks to be a pretty big guy. Like you like 6'10", 230. You playing 26 feet away from the basket trying to drive. And then he's not the quickest person.
No, he's not.
Like Bielisa shouldn't be able to stay in front of you, bro.
Bielisa was giving
Bielisa was out there like Scottie Pippen. And I don't understand.
He was giving good minutes.
And I don't understand how that happened. So I think he would be better served if he played closer to the basket. And I think if he did that, his efficiency would be much better. Because you're like 6'10", shooting 45% from the field. I think if you're like that tall, you should be more around 50
Yeah,
if you're a front
exactly.
court player. But that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, if Steph can shoot 50, he like almost a foot tall, shorter than you. Like, there's no.
I mean, like even LeBron. Like if you look at LeBron's prime years, even last year, I think it was 50% from the field. It was 50%.
LeBron, for his age, is doing something only Tom Brady is doing.
Yeah.
As far as excellence, the only difference is Tom Brady winning. That's the only difference between the two. But LeBron is still playing at a high level. So yeah, Tatum, like I said, when you make the finals, it no longer matters what you do in the regular season. What you gonna do come playoff time when you get back in there? I think the biggest problem for the Celtics isn't Tatum, is they need an actual fucking point guard.
I have a solution.
Go ahead.
Tyus Jones. I think they need
As a point guard.
Here's why though. I think they need one off the bench.
They need one starting.
I like Smart starting though.
But he's not a point guard.
Unless you're gonna move everybody up in the lineup, which I'm not against doing. If you move Smart to the 2, you move Brown to the 3, you move Tatum to the 4.
So who gonna be your one?
Then you would have to find one.
That's what I'm saying. They need a point guard. Like, and I think last year before he signed with the Bulls, Lonzo was like talking to the Celtics. Now we don't know if Lonzo.
Yeah, but Lonzo they don't even be letting Lonzo play point guard.
Lonzo, the offense went to shit when Lonzo got injured.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like they don't like the way Lonzo has been used recently. They kind of use him as a combo guard. He came in as a point guard.
But he can still set up the offense. Like the Bulls' offense has no rhythm without Lonzo Ball.
Fair.
Like none. Now, granted, I'm not counting Lonzo in the future because I don't know what his knee is like.
Unfortunately,
it sounds like he's cooked out here. But they need a guy who can set them up and get them easier baskets. Like even when they were like on fire, it's because they only go through spurts. Like they don't have like good offense.
Yeah.
So they need that so they can help Tatum get better shots. I have no complaints about Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown had a pretty good postseason.
Jaylen Brown was balling.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown had the best.
I never not looked at even when Jaylen. I think it was Game 5 when Jaylen didn't play good. But when Jaylen didn't play good, it looked different from Tatum.
Yeah,
when Tatum didn't play good, it's like, brother, do more.
Right? Yeah,
Steph. Game 4 going off in Boston.
Yeah,
brother. Anytime you want
to step up,
do something, brother.
It was like 3 games in, everybody kept talking about the Tatum. I'm like, it's not happening. It's not coming,
like,
bro.
First Game 5, you I think it's what 2-2 series. You back in Golden State. You don't shoot the ball for the first 6 minutes of the game.
What are we doing? What are we doing,
bro? And
it's like one thing I love about Jaylen Brown is when his shot's not falling, he goes to the basket.
He'll go to the basket.
It's like, I'll tackle anybody who I got to do to get down there. And that's another reason why the Celtics need to win this year because Al Horford not playing like this again.
Al Horford's not playing like that.
There's 2 people in the NBA who not going to play again like they played this year. Al Horford and fucking DeMar DeRozan. There are 2 players who are not playing the way. DeMar DeRozan is going to fall off a cliff next year. Y'all don't understand. I truly believe the Bulls would trade him if it didn't kill the culture. I swear to God. I promise you they would trade that man.
That was a very honest critique for you.
It's real shit.
2 people, Al Horford and DeMar.
Al Horford and DeMar are never hooping like this again, especially DeMar. Al Horford got a better chance than DeMar. DeMar ain't never playing like this again. Like, that's just not going to happen. So, but Celtics got to find a way to get better. I don't think they have that much to do. They feel like they got to get a point guard. They need to get more reliable. Offense needs to be the key with this team.
And probably a long-term replacement for Horford.
Yes, that too.
Or even if it's
love Robert Williams, though.
No, I love Robert Williams. Yeah. But the thing with Robert Williams is he got to stay healthy. Like,
he got to stay healthy.
Robert Williams he already had
the good thing is he don't need surgery or nothing. He just need rest. That's what Udoka said in their little wrap-up or whatever. But the NBA offseason is starting. By the time y'all watch it, either draft be on tonight or the draft was yesterday. Whenever, depending on what day we draft.
You have a number 1 pick? Have you even
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know none of these dudes outside Chet Holmgren.
That's the one you know?
That's the only player I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all. Like, well, I hope the Bulls get this. I don't know. I don't know none of these young kids. I don't even think the Bulls going to draft 18. I think they trading that pick on Thursday. There's been a lot of Gobert smoke. Now, this thing, I love Gobert on this thing. I actually became a Gobert fan over the last year when you kept saying they need to run through him. And I was like, I don't see it. Then I started watching the Jazz more closely. Like, see, that's the problem. Number 1, Donovan Mitchell's overrated. For all y'all compared that man to Dwayne Wade.
Absolutely not.
Y'all need to go up here to Calabasas and apologize to that man. Because no.
He's 2022 Monte Ellis.
I would love Gobert on this team. Now, the people who reported it, like I feel like it's starting to come a little bit back. Like Casey Johnson, who actually covers the Bulls, who you should listen to anything Bulls. He said it's a little bit more overstated. He said the Bulls have been talking to the Jazz, but he's not sure that's gonna happen. But it's in the conversation. One thing I said about how AK and Mark Eversley move. If people were saying look over there, you'd look the other way, because every move he makes comes out of nowhere. So whatever move they make, I feel like it's not gonna be anything they see. What's gonna be something that you think a big move that's gonna happen this offseason for any team?
I think Aiden is probably the biggest. I don't think he's staying in Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't, especially with the way it ended. I don't think he's staying in Phoenix. I think Phoenix is making a mistake by not letting him.
100%.
By not letting him stay. And I think that for Aiden, like we're talking about a guy in Aiden who's a 20-10 guy.
Yeah.
If they give him the ball,
right?
He could arguably be. I mean, there's outside of Jokic and Embiid.
You consider Giannis a big man?
Yeah, but he's a 4.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
like,
but
when
Giannis
I think
plays
of big man, I think centers.
Yeah, but Giannis, well, he's a big man, but
he's a big
forward.
man by default, but he ain't really like a big man.
Yeah, but he literally plays power forward.
Yeah, okay.
So he's
so we
a
think
power
centers
forward.
pretty much.
Centers.
Okay.
He could be the 3rd best center in the league next year.
He could. I like Aiden's talent a lot. The fucked up thing about when you're a restricted agent, only the weak ass teams gonna like pay for you.
I mean, yeah, but even like, I mean, what the thing that he could do is, which some agents could do, is like have somebody. I mean, even it's like the Pistons. Like you give Cade Cunningham somebody like DeAndre Ayton and whoever they draft to build for the future, that would be great. I mean, even if he ends up in somehow Capella gets moved and he ends up with the Hawks.
Guy. I really love.
Yeah, like I think Ayton can help a lot of basketball teams. Yeah. Even I was thinking about it. Even the Bulls.
Now,
if you want to sign and trade Vooch, now sign and trade. Well, sign and trade for Vooch. Switch that around. I mean, obviously they still have JaVale McGee, so they could still have.
Has anybody turned their career over better than JaVale McGee?
No, he's probably
JaVale McGee was a legit goofy before he went to the Warriors.
Yeah,
like nobody. He was just dude who was on Shackton.
Yeah,
he's a legit winning player now.
Yeah,
he's winning championships.
He's probably the best backup center in the NBA.
Probably, and he was gonna come to the Bulls too. He was talking to the Bulls last year. I guess like Phoenix offered him a little bit more.
Makes sense. But I think Aiden is probably the biggest. For me, Aiden is probably the biggest thing. Harden's contract is huge, and
he's opting in. That's the rumor. That's what
good. He should,
because he know Morey ain't giving.
He should.
A long-term contract.
That, and then also what happens with the Nets. I think Kyrie's probably going to end up going back to the Nets. Yeah, but if he doesn't, and KD requested a trade, I trade him.
Look, man,
I trade both of them.
I will give the Bulls roster until Sean Marks pick.
Okay.
Who do you want?
Okay.
I'll take KD. I'll take KD in a heartbeat.
Take him.
I would love KD in Chicago. To me, this is the thing I would say. One, I think if it don't happen this year, I think we're a year away from Joel Embiid demanding a trade. I really think we're getting close.
That's fair.
I think we're getting close because Joel wants to win. Now, granted, he has to stay healthy.
Let's think about Joel.
If Joel gives me another healthy year, they make it to the playoffs, Harden and Doc, do some Harden and Doc shit, and they lose again before they even get to the conference finals, because they ain't even been to a conference finals since AI. That's the thing. A lot of people don't. They ain't been to a conference finals since 01. Been a long time. So if they miss the conference finals again, I think he's going to be on the disgruntled superstar list. I will say, I don't think there's going to be too many big moves this year. I feel like this is going to be like a kind of a low-key summer for the most part. I do think Kyrie is going back to Brooklyn. He's a strong arm. I mean, Brooklyn lost all leverage with Kyrie when they let him play with no vaccine. To me, it was like, we're letting you do whatever the hell you want. So Kyrie got them. And KD, at the end of the day, when he wakes up from his weed nap and realizes what the hell is going on, he's going to be like, yo, give Kyrie his fucking money.
I also think you have to see this team with Ben Simmons.
But Ben
Simmons is a concept at this point.
The whole
too.
Nets is a concept.
Yeah, he's a concept.
And honestly, I'm not really mad at Ben Simmons. This is why I'm not. Like, first of all, him suing the Sixers for like get his payments. That's some shit I do. Like that's.
But he was actually hurt though. Like he really went to get surgery.
Okay.
The thing about Ben Simmons though was like even from like the whole time, I genuinely thought he was hurt.
I thought he was hurt. I don't buy the mental health bullshit.
I mean, if you hurt, your mental health
bad. In today's era, we can't say, well, you don't know what people going through. I know when I smell bullshit.
You wake up and your back hurt every day, you might be
the
depressed
back
too.
was legitimate. But the other shit, I don't buy. But honestly, if I was fucking Maya Jam, I wouldn't give a damn either. If I was fucking Maya Jam, made his money, I wouldn't give a shit. Y'all would never see me. Like, that's why I truly believe God didn't give me height or athletic ability, because I would be the biggest dog. I'd be wilding. I would be wilding. But for the Bulls, and this is why I've been trying to tell Bulls fans, I enjoyed last season. It was a good year, fun year. We ain't been in the playoffs 5 years. I enjoyed it. Now, the thing about the Bulls is the cold reality. In NBA, you need a superstar. I love Zach. Love him. I don't think he's that guy. I think Zach on a championship team is a 2 or 3.
That's fair.
I don't think he's a number 1. Now, that's not saying I want him to walk. I think he's come back to the Bulls. Like, we haven't even seen any, like, the only way I would not see him as a Bulls if the Bulls, like, we just don't want to pay him. And that's just not going to happen. I feel like July 8th, when they can sign, there's going to be a Brinks truck outside his River North apartment. And I think he'll be a Bull. But the Bulls need to get them make this team as deep as possible. So when you do have another disgruntled superstar, you can trade for him, because they're not going to be bad enough to get a pick to get him. And honestly, during that little 3-4 years when we was terrible, we kept getting bad draft luck. Like, we was worse than the Mavericks and the Hawks, and we didn't get Trey or Luka.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We kept getting stuck with dudes like Wendell Carter Jr.
Who's a solid basketball player, by the way.
Yeah, when he plays, how many games he played this year? Like 40?
No, he played more than that.
Look,
I
man,
think he was like top 10 in rebounds this year.
I lose no sleep on Wendell Carter Jr.
I'm just saying, he's a good basketball player.
And look, Vooch was a little smelly this year, but I don't hate Vooch. I think Vooch is what Vooch is. And that's my hot take. These are my hot takes. When training camp starts in September, my hot take is that Nikola Vucevic and Patrick Williams will not be on this team. That is my hot take. They might be in Utah.
Like, I
would trade both of them for Gobert.
Nah, for sure. I mean,
don't give a damn.
I look at Rudy has won Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. And nobody on his team has even been all defense.
Yep.
That means literally you got Caruso there, and you have, if Lonzo can come back and be alive. He has never played with guards like that to offer some. Donovan, when Jalen Brunson gets paid, he should CC Donovan Mitchell on the email and give him 10%. Because it's Donovan Mitchell's fault for whatever contract Jalen Brunson is about to get. And then people blame Rudy. It's like, bro, what do you want me to do if you getting broke down on defense and then they kicking his you making me look crazy because you can't offer no resistance?
Yeah.
If you put that with the pieces the Bulls have defensively, that's an incredible defense.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, he's probably one of the best screen setters in the league. That helps out Zach. That helps out Lonzo. That helps out DeMar. And I trust their ability to be able to get him the ball better than what Utah was able to get him the ball.
One thing I will say about the Bulls is one thing I've never been able to say as a Bulls fan is I trust the front office. And one thing I saw, like, AK did like an interview, and I forgot what country he's from. I think he's from like
is this Slovenia?
I think it's Slovenia, right? Yeah, I think
is it the country that Jokic is from?
Yeah, the same country as Jokic. And like he did like an interview with like, some paper out there, and he was like, yeah, last year was cool, but we got to do a lot more shit to like be like legit. So I know he got like a plan. Whatever that plan is, I'm gonna be eager to wait and see what that's gonna be. But it's better than just like, I know they're gonna do some bullshit. So I'm interested to see all that, man. But let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go for my Goofy Mog of the week. I'm giving it to Ja Morant, man. I'm giving it to Ja. Last Goofy Mog of the year. I gotta give it to Ja. We get EST Morant. We gotta stop, dog. Like, you ain't gotta be super tough on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Draymond out here, and I don't know why people try to get in a world awards with Draymond Green. Like, there's some dudes you're just not gonna out talk.
He's also from Saginaw, Michigan.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Midwest
dudes,
we know how to talk shit.
Like
Saginaw ain't that different from Detroit.
Yeah, like
Michigan
in general.
Michigan in general. Like, there's elite heaters in Michigan as a state. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't, and especially a guy like Draymond, who he's overachieved, bro. Like, if Draymond
1,000%.
got drafted 10 years
1,000%.
ago, nobody saw his career panning out. So when you're as close to self-made as he is, and he told y'all in November, don't let us win the championship. He told y'all back in November. And now you're not going to win a war of words that dude. You're just not. And so Ja need to shut up, put the Twitter down.
Not even that. I think Ja needs to, I don't want to say nobody can't have fun, but like, even it started with All-Star when he was drinking the Casamigos on Instagram Live. I'm like, I have nothing wrong with you drinking Casamigos. I don't think you should be doing it on Instagram Live.
Ma's going to run past you on that court.
I don't think you should be doing that on Instagram Live, brother. Like, I don't think, it's just some of these young players, I think, is you take a step back and just like relax. Like nothing wrong with having fun. Don't want to be the old guy. Have all the fun. You are a millionaire.
Yeah, I
have
fun
all
too.
your fun. But we don't need to see
Yeah.
all the fun you're
I
having.
don't need to be seeing you on the gram drinking Casamigos.
I don't need to.
I don't need to see. I don't need
if
to
I'm
see.
the Grizzlies, that kind of scares me, bro. Like I'm about to pay you $200 million.
I don't want to see Luka drinking beer before game 1.
By the way, he was definitely came to game 1 drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, did you I get it. I cannot confirm or deny, but I've seen that walk before.
Yeah, we all know that walk.
I've seen that walk before.
Speaking of walk, shout out to Steph. I know he's still hungover.
I did. Still hungover.
And that's you can tell this championship meant a lot to him, dog. Like, I ain't never seen nobody cry Michael Jordan did, but that's because his daddy died. But, like, I probably said that.
Didn't Mike cry after the first one?
Yeah, but that's your first one. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, usually you don't see people cry on their fourth. And that's how you see how much it meant to him, like, getting the finals MVP. But Steph was out there drunk.
Turned up.
Like, I seen this man stop in the middle of the club, kiss a 1942 bottle in the middle of the club. I was like, I've been there. Like, when you just so drunk and you don't know what the hell going on. And he's an athlete, so I know he don't drink like that.
Yeah, he don't drink like that.
And he, like, a couple months older than me. He still hung over today. So it's like, that type of shit, you need to, you can party. And this thing they said about Dennis Rodman, that's why, I rewatched Last Dance for like the millionth fucking time this week. And when they were talking about, like, why the reason they weren't tripping about Rodman, yeah, he parties a lot, but he works hard. And that's one thing you can never say about Rodman. His party never interfered with how he played on the court. You knew Rodman was going to give you 110% every game.
He'll go take 7 shots, come out there and give you 20 rebounds.
He going to take 7 shots and the kamikaze he was drinking, he's still going to be out there doing what he got to do. And so the newer players, like, you need to follow in like the LeBron or like a Steph. These guys, they train 24/7. So I don't want to see Luka doing hookah on the ground.
If you was in better shape, you might have won the series.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a big thing. You got to get in better shape. So that type of stuff, Ja, I'm still a huge fan of Ja. That's the thing that you got to tell people you're still a fan when you criticize people, which is like ridiculous.
I mean, I've been a Ja fan since before he got drafted.
Yeah,
I was the one
this thing, Luka's my guy. I was like, man, I don't know about Luka. He's like, man, trust me, Luka's gonna be cold.
He's gonna be nice.
Luka is like, when we talk about like my favorite players, it's like first it was Mike, then it was Kobe, then it was Steph. Luka is the next guy I'm standing for.
That's nasty.
How's it nasty?
That's not nasty.
How's it? Because he's white. I feel you. First time white player, my favorite in the NBA. It is a little nasty. But, when Steph is done, I'm going to be standing for Luka. So, Luka, I need you to get your shit together. Same thing with Ja, man. But this has been the season finale. I want to thank you, my brother, for helping me with the show. I want to thank my homie Thomas, TBJ, for helping me with the show. We've been doing it for a year now, 2 seasons in the books. I think this is like 36 episodes. Appreciate each and every one of y'all watching, whether watching the show or listening on the audio version. I appreciate all the support. Season 3, we'll be back probably like last week of August, right before the NFL season starts. It's going to be different for Season 3. We're still working on some stuff right now, but Season 3 will be coming at the end of August. My off-season series will be starting early July, 6-part interview series, man. Shout out to everybody who I did interviews, man. Shout out to Andrew Barber. Shout out to Jeff Pearlman. Shout out to Randy Wilkins, the director of the Jeter 30 that's coming out on July 18th. Shout out to Clinton Yates. Shout out to my homie Mike of Pillars. I know I'm missing somebody else. Shout out my man Merk Murphy. I did a great interview with him. Godfather Chicago Hip Hop, man. We had a good conversation. So check out all of those episodes dropping in April and July and a little bit of August, man. And so check that out. We got a big 79th and Hallis announcement coming very soon. Very soon for y'all, so check that out. You know to follow me on Twitter at Barberchef Scott. Pat, let them know they can get tuned with anything you got coming out.
As always, man, follow me on Twitter at PavyWorld, P-A-V-Y-Word, all one word. Working on The Bachelor right now.
New music coming
that
y'all.
is coming out soon. But for now, you can go on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like to listen to music at. Type in Pavy, and you can stream whatever you want to stream. So keep playing Soft Lips, and yeah.
Follow HNB Media and HNB Media TV on Twitter and HNB Media on Instagram. Follow Barbershop Network at BarbershopNet. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/Barbershop Network. We got new episodes up of Sitting with the Guys. Me and my brother Flo is breaking down Obi-Wan Kenobi show, breaking down Ms. Marvel. We're going to be breaking down the new Game of Thrones spinoff that's dropping in August, House of Dragon. So we got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. Of course, a Thor breakdown, too, so check that out. The Summer Sessions. It's back this week. Listen to the new episode. We're going to try to do it weekly. Now, of course, we're the most inconsistent podcast on the planet.
Yeah.
So we're going to try. But at the worst, it'll be bi-weekly, man. So we got that for y'all, man. So we appreciate everybody. I'm signing out, man. Season 2 finale.